Hey guys, I'm Dally and welcome back to another Let's Play Farming Simulator 17 on Sosnovka. So at the end of the last episode, the game crashed on us. Those of you that watched it saw that message at the very end. So I played through to basically just catch the game up. We'd fallen way behind, and right now I'm seeding the fields. And some of you, more observant ones, will notice in the top right I have a lot more money. Because while I was catching the game up, I did pretty much every contract I could. So gathered a whole lot of money. Figured I might as well try to speed up the series. See if we can get going a little faster. So, yep. So the first thing we're gonna do is spend this money. So list of things I want to do is I think we're going to replace our combine, and probably lease another one. Just a small improvement. I don't want to spend a ton of money on something that I'm not going to use a whole lot of. I'm also going to take this tractor with me because I think we will need more vehicles. Oops. Yeah. So I'm gonna head to the store with these guys. Should probably. So let's pick up the tipper. And we're gonna head to the store. Alright, so the idea is I'm gonna buy a bigger combine. And probably look at getting 2 different headers. The reason for this really is that I want to be able to diversify our fields a little bit. I think it'll be better for us in the long run. And it'll help too because we will probably buy some fields here since we have all this money. Which will be good for us. Very good. I think this will really speed up the series. So it's probably a good thing that I spent pretty much most of today and a good bit of yesterday doing all those contracts so we could get a good head start. And good for you guys because you didn't have to watch me set up CoursePlay to run up and down fields, which I did find a bug in CoursePlay. Apparently now, as of the new update, CoursePlay doesn't recognize that it finished the contract and no longer exists, so it keeps charging me for that worker. And so like 6 or 7 times in, I was seeing the money drop really fast. So I had to drop in and out of the game rather quickly to reset that worker on CoursePlay. So it took longer than normal, but this also means we have to be more careful with CoursePlay. The good news is, though, that annoying bug that we kept running into has been fixed as of this update. And in all of my play so far, I have not seen that be a problem. Additionally, they fixed the problem with silage silos. So we should be in a good place for when we start to do that process. Alright, whoops, sorry for that, guys. I guess I'll just park this in here. And we are going to sell. Step away. Sell. It's a good thing that that worked out because let's save. You're going to find that I save more often than I have previously. It's a good thing that that didn't bug. Yeah, I did not think that through. So we're going to take the tipper and we'll drop it in here. Because we're going to replace the tipper. It's time to, have a similar model, but a bigger one. right when we go to sell stuff. It'll be better for us if we have larger trailers. Okay. So let's go check out the store. Okay. So things that I want to do, I would love to do the potato and beets, but I think that's going to be a little bit out of our league. We have to get new tractors, new equipment, and really I think leasing tractors for us is going to be a poor choice. We can lease a harvester and I think we can get away with it, but I think tractors would be a poor choice. So I was looking through and I'm thinking that I want to go to basically right here are your beginner tiers, and this is what we had before. I think I want to move just to this next tier. Right, so look at this guy, probably as my highest level. But of course, that's a lot of our money, right? 285,000, and we only have 438. We'll probably be better off getting a smaller one. So look at one of these two. It's interesting that this one holds so much less gas than the Massey Ferguson. Yeah. So we'll look. I think this is the one I want to go with. But I just want to check what headers are available for that. So probably going to be looking at here. All right, so we could use, I believe, this header, this header, this header. All right, so we would need probably, yep, these two headers at some point. I don't think we'll do both headers to start with. Okay. All right, so if I'm leasing the combine, I might as well lease the header. Yep, so we'll do that. I mean, the costs are pretty low, right? So right now we only use the combine for about an hour a day. So that's going to be about 20, we'll say 2,200 a day to own this, as opposed to 36,000. Which if we do that math would come out to about 16 days. So the question is, would it come out to be a better deal to look at buying equipment? Really the better answer is going to be looking at this. What does this cost? Right, so this will be 12,000 a day, which, right, that's absolutely a better deal. Right, so we are definitely going to lease this. So we're going to lease you. And then we're going to go back here and we will look at leasing. I believe we were looking at this header. Yes. Yep. So select and we will lease that as well. Yes, I know I'm leasing a lot, but at this stage I don't want to waste money. Oh. That's interesting that the vehicle's in here and the header's out there. Yeah. But this is a, bigger combine. It's going to be a wider header here. Oop. Side clip. So we'll go through things faster than usual, which will be good. So we'll process our fields faster, which again will lower our costs. So let's turn you off because I pay for the minute for you. All right. And then let's see. We'll probably want to look at where are basically the header trailers, because then we could buy 2 headers now. Um, Actually, let's look, because we might not need that other header first. That's where I want to be. So the two fields we want to buy are these guys. And they look like they're planted with barley? Yep, so they're planted with barley. So we will not need that second header immediately. So we won't get another header, but we will look at getting the harvesters. Look at the trailer, right? Because that's a wider dollies. No. There we go. Header trailers. All right, so I don't think we need a very big one. Um, so let's see, what are our options? These two. Yeah, I mean they're cheap, so I'll probably just buy this because we'll just keep it forever. I guess I'll go with the big one. I don't want to have to replace it anytime soon, so we'll go with the big one here. Okay. Where are you? Yeah, that is very big, so we won't have to update that for a while. And we'll just use our tractor here to move it out here. Yeah. We'll just pull it right in front of it here. Oh. So, got kind of close. Oh, that's obviously not right. Okay, so let's move this. Oh. Are you actually, like, on the thing right now? Yep, it is absolutely on the trailer, bugged. Because I don't think there's a way we're going to be able to get that off, so... I hate to do this, but... looks like I'm going to have to... see where... set it. I hate to do it, but... yeah. In that scenario, I don't think there's a better option for us. Right, because it's stuck on the trailer. And, yeah, I don't think we can get the header off. Alright, so... let's look at dropping it off. I think we can lower it first and then drop it, so maybe it won't fall over. Let's see. Let's see, lower this and then just drop it. There we go. Okay. And we'll make the combine carry that around. Alright. And then the next thing we want to look at is going to be a tipper. So, as we're looking at new tippers, we want something that's going to be more reasonable, right? I mean, this only holds 8,000, so we want to get a good upgrade. So like this would be a very sizable upgrade. It's going to handle pretty much the same way as the predecessor. Looks like you can hold and carry everything. But 21,000 is going to be a significant jump. I think that's a fair price adjustment. So we're going to go with that. We'll keep it all the same layout, I think, because it gets expensive. Because we don't need to have wide tires on this, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure at some point it gets kind of heavy, but we don't need it. So we'll have this guy pick it up, and then do we want to look at any other tools? Right, so one of the things is we've got this really small plow. We could look at a bigger plow. Or, actually better yet, we should replace our fertilizer. So we'll do that in the future. We won't do that immediately here. Yeah, so I think that's what we're just going to start with, is the tipper and the combine. So we'll have you go grab this. So just run into it. I hope I got the extra insurance. Come on. There we go. Alright. Okay, and then let's have this tractor go get the tipper. I wish I could change it to where nothing spawned in the building. It's nice and interesting, but at the end of the day, it's not as useful as it could be. But at least it spawns like really obnoxious things, right? Like the header for the combine. It spawned out of the... There we go. Yep, and this is a much more sizable... Alright, let's put you at 20 behind. Yeah, that worked out pretty much as close as you could get. Alright, so let's head back. We'll put everything in a place. What are you doing? Probably didn't like it being off, me turning it on. Okay. Alright, so let's drive this back over. I'm just going to cut off the car and hope follow me is okay with it. Apparently follow me is not okay with any of this. Come on, what are you doing? Give it a little more space because that car is in the way. We are having some trouble with this, so let's go back around. Now let's do it the other way. Let's put the combine on follow me. Let's see how the combine likes it. Oh, nope. There we go. Now he's okay with it. Alright, I'm just gonna go. You're figuring it out. Okay. Alright, well that was weird. Well, yeah, I think we'll be doing a lot better now that we're making some progress. I know it was kind of a long churn previously, but I think we'll be in a very good place shortly. So the plan is we're going to do the 2 fertilizer missions that we'll have to do for those other fields, or I guess just one more, sorry, for those other fields that we plan to buy. And then when they're ready to harvest, then we'll buy them, because then we can just take the harvest in addition to the field, which is going to save us right, some time, get us a little bit of extra money to recoup some of the cost. Again, it's just barley, so it's not amazing, but it could absolutely be worse. Okay, so let's get you as close to here as possible. Don't run into stuff. What are you doing? Ugh. Lame. Alright, so we'll put our tipper down here. It looks like our seeder didn't quite make it. Probably ran out. Oh, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to back this up. I am not that talented. Let's do that 2-pivot trailer. I like them because they handle more familiar, in a more familiar way to what me not driving trucks professionally would handle. Alright, so yeah, right, it follows the line of the vehicle more closely. It doesn't do stuff like cut corners, things like that. Oops. Alright. Yep, yeah, you did not finish. You ran out of canola. We were close. We were very close. So let's go refill him. Yeah, but I'm going to do canola on this field and then soybean on the other field. I keep wanting to call them green beans because the picture just reminds me of green beans, but no, they are soybeans. Let's see, where's the... There it is. Yeah, we'll probably look at replacing this equipment as well. Obviously we're using it right now, so we don't want to take the time to drive it over to the store to sell it and then come back with it. Yeah. But we're almost to that point. Let's see. Line it up. Let's see if he turns the correct direction. Yeah, I should probably clean up some of this grass. It looks like it's kind of a mess. For a second I thought that lake was frozen. That's kind of why I trailed off there. But no, I think it's just like mucky. Yeah, interesting. Oh man, this is not very deep. Yeah, alright, so let's go. Oh, I mean, this guy's actually done, so we should probably stuck with him. And we'll move him to the other field to get started on the green beans. I think there's a line of canola or a line missing canola, just because of how we did it. So I'll do that by hand real quick. Be about right here. Might have just been like in that small area, because it's not taking any seed right now, so we might be okay. But better to be safe than sorry on that one. Alright, and switch to the soybeans here. Let's see if he takes off. Yep. Okay. And now let's run over here and we will buy. We'll probably go do our fertilizer right now because the next thing we want to do is fertilize these fields. So, right, because that'll give us the 2 steps of fertilization that you can get done prior to any actual growth stages, which is good. It's good use of time. Actually, first I want to get this guy out of the way because, yeah, that's. I really need to figure out what the command is to tell the guy behind me on follow me not to. Or actually, I think you can do all the controls that you would normally do. Just right. I just need to figure out what that hotkey is. Right, back it up just a little bit. Right there. All right. So let's fertilize. Fertilize this field, and then we'll look at replacing it. Right, because I got a bunch of fertilizer. I think I get what's in the tank's back, but I'm not entirely certain. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Yep, and we'll. What are you doing? There we go. And let's double check and make sure that that's actually fertilizing like I think it should. Yep. Yeah, it is. Perfect. So to save us time, or I guess to save me more time, you can do fertilize before you cultivate, and then fertilize again after you seed. So you can get all the fertilizing done basically ahead of time. That's the idea. Or front load a lot of the work, right? Since you're already switching through fields and things like that, might as well do something like fertilizing that doesn't take much time. Alright, so while you're working, I think we'll just do the bigger version of that solid fertilizer. I don't think we want to do sprayers. I say that primarily because, right, it uses a lot of liquid, and we already have the solid fertilizer anyway, and we've got a lot of it. Yeah, I feel that the liquid fertilizer is not as cost effective as the solid. And of course, for realism, actually, can you get this with thin tires? I mean, it kind of looks like it has skinny tires, but I don't think they are. I mean, this guy looks like he has skinny tires. So maybe. I mean, that was my biggest complaint with doing the destructible crops, is that, right, the bigger tools and implements for fertilizing or spraying, I don't think have thin tires. But I mean, this looks skinny, so I'll probably test that out offline, right? I don't want to spend that money on something that's not actually going to work, and that's really more of a future thing. Instead, I'm going to look at just buying this, right? It's way cheaper, has a really good spread of 24 meters, 4,000 should be able to do more than all the fields we've got. And then this guy here, obviously does not have thin tires, so he would not work. But in the long term, we might actually do sprayer. But yeah, I want to replace the fertilizer and get a weeder. So those of you that might not know, weeders are new to Farming Simulator 17. And basically the way that they work is you can use them in the first growth stage of a crop. Right, so the first time you see like the little itty bitty plants coming out of the ground. And use this on the field, and you basically get a fertilizer credit for it. But it doesn't cost any fertilizer, right? You see, I'm not using anything here. This one does it at the same time that it seeds, but it's got a smaller working width, so I'd rather use the bigger working width than have a separate seeder. Right, because that's going to give you the advantage of instead of using fertilizer 3 times, we only have to use fertilizer twice, which of course we'd eventually want to replace with slurry, right? That cow poop when we get to it, or pig, whichever it might end up being. Probably pigs, because I think they're easier and cheaper to get into. But yeah, so we'll do this. So I think when the fertilizer's done, because we can put the fertilizer utility on the front of the tractor, and then pick this up on the back. It's going to be heavy, but I think it can manage. So yeah, let's run over to him over here. And we'll sit in him and check on how the sheep are doing. Hit. Alright. It's a her. A lot of my workers are female now. I swear I'm not hiring only female workers. That would be a problem. So the cleanliness needs a little bit of work, so that means we should probably go take a quick visit. Right, that would let us give them more water and some grass. We're not feeding them any hay. Most because we don't need to, right? The comma is an either or kind of a deal. Yeah, and eventually we'll look at doing pigs. Right, I mean, we're doing well, right? We have the 20 sheep that we did in the last episode. I redid that, so we're in the basically the same spot. And every 48 hours, that's in-game time, we get a new animal, and the next one's in 28 hours, which will be good, right? So that's going to be an immediate few thousand that we get just from the sheep, but we're going to keep using them for the wool until wool gets kind of unruly, and then we'll go look at selling the sheep. That's really what you aim for with pigs. So when you start getting pigs, and they'll start reproducing very quickly if you can maintain this sort of level of feed. Cows will do the same thing as sheep, basically. They produce milk, also the manure, um, which is their primary benefit, is this manure. The milk kind of just pays for the cows, and then the reproduction is going to be basically your profit. So once we get either pigs or cows, haven't decided yet, set up, we'll use the manure and look at probably setting up some greenhouses, just supplement our income a little bit. So we can offset a lot of the leasing costs that I'm putting down right now, rather than expecting our fields to help pay for all of that. So we're probably done here, which we are. So let's drive on over to the shop. We'll sell this fertilizer spreader, buy the bigger one, and then the weeder as well. And we will be in a very good position moving forward, right? Because we'll be saving money on the fertilizer, and we will be, right, basically fertilizing faster. So as we get those bigger fields, that'll work out in our favor as well. So yeah, I'll catch up to you in like 20 seconds when I get there. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and put this here. There we go. And sell it. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to buy the weeder and the new fertilizer spreader. And head back to the farm. So let's see, the weeder. I wanted this one. I'm going to buy this because I'm going to keep this and probably use it forever. And the fertilizer spreader, this guy, I will also buy. Because that's going to be long term. He will last probably forever unless the sprayers end up being a good deal. But I don't think they are. Relatively. So we'll stick with solid fertilizer for now. Let's see. Yep, I totally did this backwards. Oop. Alright, so we'll pick you up from the front. And I believe you can fertilize from the front. I don't think the helper is very good when you fertilize from the front, but yep, it's an option if that's something that you would want to do. Oh. And now we're heading back. Yeah, it kind of looks funky. I don't think it would work very well, right? See, I can't really see, so yeah, you wouldn't really do that. Hold on, I think I can lower it. Yeah, there we go. There, now I can see. Yeah. But yeah, so we're heading back. I'll catch up to you when we get back. I think the video is kind of heading long. There's not a lot to cut out of it, so I'll see you when I get back. Alright guys, we are back. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this fertilizer here. Yep, this is going to be a lot. I don't think it's going to really come close to emptying out that crate, right? Because remember, these are the upgraded crates. They're just denser, so I don't have to manage so many boxes. Yeah, it holds 10,000 while this, I believe, holds 4,000. Yeah, which will be good. And those of you that remember, we could get through our previous 800 fertilizers for both of our fields. So this 4,000 is just the load that this one will have. We'll do more than enough for what we need. So let's go drive all the way through here real quick. Alright, we'll put the fertilizer down here. Okay. And then we'll drive all the way around to drop off the weeder. I'm probably going to look at a more effective way to store my implements and tools rather than having them in this line here, basically. Yeah, because there's got to be a better way. There it is. Alright, let's get ready to basically fertilize this. So let's see. Put you here. Or actually, it's a lot wider, so we'll start like here. That should be good. It's got a 24 meter spread, so I think that would be the safe distance. Let's see how your progress is doing. Want to make sure that you're not running out of seed, which you're not. Yeah, that's good. It's canola that uses a whole lot of seeds when we plant. So yeah, I think we're just going to, we'll zoom a little bit so we don't clip on the trees, and when he is finished, we'll fertilize and probably call it an episode. I know we didn't get a lot done, but we did set ourselves up for the next episode to be exciting, where we'll probably actually buy the fields. And yeah. Let's see what those fields are doing. I think they're early on in the growth stage because I think we basically just so they are one growth stage ahead of what we're gonna be at. So we can probably harvest all of this at the same time. Yep, so that's probably what we'll do. Right, those of you that are paying attention, right, you see I did like these missions. I harvested this, and that was basically where I decided we could do the episode. Look, like I did, I think I did all of these here at the time, and then these guys ticked over, and I just did this one. So, but yeah, we're looking pretty good now, which I'm excited about. So I will get back to you once we're done with basically the work on the fields and sum up the episode. All right. Of course, didn't finish the last little bit, which is not a lot, as you can tell by the fact that it's not really taking much seed from me. But again, that could be like 30 bucks. So, I want to get every penny we can out of this. Alright, let's send this guy off. Whoa, where am I looking? Are my windows missing on? Oh. Weird. Depending on which direction I look, the windows are clean or not there. Interesting. Alright, let's see how this guy does. There we go. And you can see it's way wider than the other one. So we're definitely going to get better use out of our fertilizer there. Well, not better. It's the same use. I assume it's using the exact same amount of fertilizer. It's just going to be faster. Yeah. So we'll come put this away. And then, you know what? I know I said that I was going to end the episode, but I think I might also buy a cleaner. Put that somewhere. So that way we can start spraying our very dirty machines down, because they are starting to look a little worse for wear, and we want to make sure that we don't keep them that way. Alright, so let's go over here. I bet he ends up at the other end of the field. Man, and he's going to drive way faster than I can catch him. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Also, I'm a very good sprinter because I bet he's going like 25. Nope, 20 kilometers per hour. I mean, that is moving. It's a pretty good pace. I know I certainly couldn't do that. There we go. Alright, that was quick. It is a little heavier compared to the other one. The tractor definitely responds a little worse. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a good utensil, and we're basically moving up into the mid to late game, which is going to be fun. So just, of course, keep this topped up, because really, why not? So here's the question I was running into, right, is how should we manage this in a more useful way? I'm going to start putting them in here like this, right? So when I want a utensil, I would come in, make the turn, to pick it up. So yeah, we'll do that. And let's look at buying the sprayer. I think it's placeables. Yep, this guy right here. Doesn't cost very much. And let's find where we want it. Where would be a good place? Let's see. I want to say right here. Right, because we kind of want to keep this as clear as possible. So the options would either be there, or I guess over here next to the fueling station would be okay. I can't really get a good spot for it. Right here is as close as I can get. Which that's not a bad spot because then I can refuel and then clean them at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna put it there. If I don't like it, I can always move it or delete it. Yeah, I don't know if I can move it. But yeah. So I mean, this tractor should be dirty. Yep, this one's dirty. So we'll clean this guy up, put him away. Call it an episode, guys. So this is Dally, and thanks for watching another episode of Let's Play Farming Simulator 17 on Sosnovka. Just like new, guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Post comments on what you like, don't like on the videos, and we'll see what we can do. Again, if you really would like me to, I am willing to put on the crop destruction. You guys just have to ask me to, because I don't want to. But if that's what you guys want, remember this is your time to watch this. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This is Dally.
No whisper target found.